What is going on, everybody? This is Weekly Reviews here, and today, guys, I am very proudly here to show off something that has just been received in the mail just about a couple hours ago, which is my one really big unboxing for the rest of this year, which I think this one is going to top some of my biggest ones that I've done over the years, like my Kingdom Hearts one that I did a few years back, and many others. So, everybody, I want to welcome my newest figure, which is the Good Smile Max Factory Lucina Fire Emblem Awakening Figma. Now, as you guys can see right here on the actual product, it does state exactly what product number this one is. So this one actually will state that it is number 245, as you guys can see right there. So let's very carefully take this out of the box and let's see what it is going to look like. So actually, before we take it out of the box, we're going to take a look at a couple things first. So let's take a look at the back. It'll show all the different poses you can have Lucina in, including the one where she has her very soft, smiling face and everything, which looks just so cute and everything. Which everybody says that's probably the one I'll probably either choose, or I will maybe choose this one for her, of course. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this out of the box, though. So we're going to peel off this tape real easily and hopefully be able to slide her out very carefully, because I do want to keep the box, and I'll probably end up putting her back in. Maybe I may not. It depends on just how I feel particularly. So okay, we finally got that out, and let's slide all the stuff out. So, and I also love the way that Ami, when they sent this to me, they packaged it. I'll show that real quick. I'll show how they packaged it real quick. So, of course, as you guys can see, this had a lot of tape on it, but on the inside, when you open it, it had a very nice insert, so whenever they put it in there, it would make it so that it would not move around, it wouldn't jiggle around or anything like that. So big thanks to Ami for doing that very carefully, because this is a high dollar item, and I do not know exactly how many of these were actually made. I believe it was around maybe in the thousands or so, but I haven't actually looked up the actual number. But regardless, we're gonna try to get this out. Like I said, I want to try to get it very carefully out, because this is a very high dollar item. This is not something that's like real cheap or anything. This is very expensive, but it's a very nice figure. And okay, let's go ahead and take that off. Let's get her out very easily, which right there she is, very nicely detailed. Let's see if I can get a closer up version of her face. Yeah, as you can see right there, she has very nice eye coloring too. Nice job for on the plate, on her legs. Let's take off this portion right here so you can see exactly everything on her. Again, I want to be really careful with this, because I don't know how fragile these are. I've heard people say that these are not very fragile, but I also do not want to take a chance with doing anything to try to puncture or hurt her, because I mean, this is a very high dollar item. You know, I think I'm just going to leave on that. But anyway, let's go ahead and grab the stand out real quick too. And as you guys can see in there, also there's the little hands and everything you can do to change out her posture and everything. So we're going to go ahead and get her on the stand, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so guys, sorry about that delay for me making the actual rest of the video. So basically now, once we got her on the stand, which it's very hard to go ahead and get her at first on the stand, especially if you're going to be having her her cape on. So if you want to keep the cape on, you're going to have to do a little bit of maneuvering. But other than that, you can be able to swap out the heads, which she does come with a few different heads. So let me get this head on there, which, whoops, that's why it wouldn't go on. It's got to be positioned right. And also it doesn't make it any better that the way that they have this stand on there right now, or also it could be just my fault how I have this stand put up there. So let's straighten her up a little bit. There we go. Also, you can change out the sword too. So her flatulence, you can change it out. So if you want to take that out, you can actually use her other sword, which will look exactly like, whenever I can get it out of the box. Whoops, there it goes. So this is her other sword. If you want to take out that sword that's already in there, you just very gently take it out, and this will be basically the broken sword. And then you can actually put the real sword actually in there if you want it, of course. It's completely up to you though. You can also, though, you can have her holding it in her hand, which again, one of the other reasons on why this comes with so many parts, because she's got a lot of hands. So, but again, go ahead and put her head back on, because that doesn't look right. Like, poor Lucina doesn't have a head. Like, poor Lucina. Like, we all want Lucina to have a head. We want her head screwed on right. There we go, much better. And we'll go on and put also her flatulence back in there. Now, the one other thing you got to be really careful about when you're moving around with these types of Figmas is they are a little bit, whoops, just drop that. They are a little bit finicky at first when you're, especially if you're a person that's not used to Figmas like I am. This is actually the very first Figma I've ever bought, but it's a very nice Figma though. So now that we finally got her on there, let's try to take a closer look at her facial details and everything too. So let's fix my camera zoom and everything. There we go, much better. You can see how nice they did on the hair, everything on the whole entire body. You can actually make her move. Like, all of this is movable. You can take it off if you want to, or you can just move her positioning, which this is also the stand that it comes on. It's one of those types of stands where she'll stand on it. You can make her do different poses, as I did show off before. But pretty much, guys, that is the entire unboxing for the Lucina Max Factory Good Smile Company Figma. So again, guys, thank you all for watching, and sorry I had a little complications there for a couple minutes trying to show off how to do this. Again, this is my first Figma, so try not to hate too much on how I decided to go and put that thing together. But regardless, if you want to try to pick up this, look around for it. There's not a whole ton of them out there from what I've heard. Again, this is only product number 245, so I don't know how many of these were actually made. But if you are lucky to find one, get it and snag it and hold on to it for the rest of your life, because these might be really nice little collector's items, not only just for Nintendo fans, but for Fire Emblem fans as well. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and this has been Weekly Reviews showing off, again, the Max Factory Good Smile Figma of Lucina from Fire Emblem Awakening. Till then, guys, take care and game on.